performing on stage live at New York City's Lincoln Center, a major experience for any performer, any singer. But members of the University of Ottawa Choir are even more excited about who they'll be singing with. The composer of Mass in Blue will be there to guide them through the New York premiere of the work. Here's a taste. That is Mass in Blue by composer Will Todd. Members of the University of Ottawa Choir performed that work tonight at Lincoln Center, and this morning we're joined by one of the singers. Guy Bijot has been a tenor with the choir for over 3 decades, and Guy joins me on the line. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Kathleen?
Good, thanks. How are you doing?
We're doing great, thank you.
How excited are you?
I think we're pretty excited.
Yeah.
It was quite a deal.
No kidding. So how did this all come together?
Well, we've done this Mass in Blue, which is composed in 2003 in Ottawa with the University of Ottawa Choir in December of 2008 under Lawrence Awashko. And a group from Silicon Valley was going to do it and were asked to do it here in New York at the Lincoln Center. And they sent out invitations to other choirs that had done it. And since we had, 11 from the University of Ottawa Choir, 11 members accepted to join this group and come and do the performance tonight.
Wow. Wow. Just like that.
Just like that.
And what did you think when you got the invitation?
Well, we were pretty thrilled because we had done the Canadian premiere of the piece, and what was particularly thrilling also was when we heard that, as you said in your introduction, that Will Todd himself, the composer, would be accompanying us on the piano. So again, another first for us, and another first for New York, because this is its premiere in New York. So not only is it being done at the Avery Fisher Hall, not only is it being done with the combined forces of this group from Silicon Valley and ourselves from Ottawa, but it's being done under the watchful eye of the composer at the keyboard.
And tell me about the other choirs that will be there, because that'll be kind of exciting too. Yes,
the main group that we're doing this with is Symphony Silicon Valley Chorale, which is an 80-member choir, and they perform on a regular basis. They're essentially a professional choir, and they've asked us, the University of Ottawa Choir, to join them.
Now, with the composer there playing piano. How is that different for a performer with the composer there?
Well, it makes it more exciting. It doesn't change the music really, because the person who directs the piece, so Elena Sharkova, who's the director from Silicon Valley, she's the one who will actually direct it. So it's her interpretation of the piece. But I can imagine in her own mind, she's not going to be straying too far away from what the composer has in mind, since he's right there to remind her.
Now,
how it should sound.
I made the point that you've been in the choir for 3 decades, and I assume that you haven't been trying to graduate for 3 decades.
So I'm still an undergraduate, Kathleen, if you would believe it.
Are you really?
No, not really.
I thought maybe taking 1 class a year or something. I just think it's. I mean, clearly it isn't all
University of Ottawa Choir, as I'm sure many of your listeners already know, is a choir that's composed of University of Ottawa music students, members from the University of Ottawa community, and indeed representatives from the community at large.
So it's quite a mix.
It's quite a mix.
Yeah. And what's the age range?
I would say it's from about 65 down to 20.
That's fantastic, hey?
Yeah, it's a great group.
So, obviously this is a big deal for any singer, and you've been singing for a long time, but even with all your experience, are you nervous at all?
Yeah, a little bit nervous.
Yeah?
But we've learned the piece very well under Lawrence's guidance in Ottawa. And so coming here, we've been able to have 2 rehearsals where we combine the forces. And the butterflies, I'm sure, will reappear a few moments before we have to step foot on stage at the Lincoln Center. but I think that that only heightens the anticipation for the choristers, and it also makes the performance that much better this evening.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you want to be a little nervous, right?
You do.
That's part of the experience.
You want that edge.
Absolutely. Are you going to get a chance to get around New York and do some touristy stuff too?
Yes, we've been able to do that already, Kathleen, and we're going to try to get in a little bit of sightseeing today. But as we were warned last night by the choir director, your main job here is to come and do this performance and have a great time and put on a good show. So don't you be out walking all over New York all day.
Don't be late. Don't be late, Guy. Hey, good luck and have fun.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Kathleen.
Great to talk to you.
Great to talk to you.
That is Guy Bijot. He's a tenor with the University of Ottawa Choir. He performs Mass in Blue on stage at the Lincoln Centre tonight. You're listening to Ottawa Morning here on CBC Radio 1.